Hey, Algebra 2. Okay, so we're going to do a review of factoring AC method. What does AC method mean? It means a trinomial standard form would be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is 2, c is 3. Okay, so when you're factoring, if a value is greater than 1, we need to use the AC method. If a is equal to 1, we do IAM, what adds to the middle number, what multiplies to the end, okay? So when our coefficient is greater than 1, we need to use AC. You may have done this with the box with last year's teachers and the year before, and if that's the case, just let me know and I'll show you on the side how to do that real quick, okay? So I'm going to do regular AC. I whited out all my work so I could do this on the video. So, A times C would give me 2 times 3, which is 6. So I need to know what numbers multiply to 6, but still add to the middle number -7. So I have 2x squared. The two numbers, it's also called split the middle. The two numbers this will split to would be a -6x and a -1x, or a -x, and then bring down the +3. So the last and the first stay the same. The middle one is what splits. Okay, now we're just doing regular GCF. It's factor by grouping, which if we haven't covered already, we will cover tomorrow as well. So what's the GCF to these two? Would be 2x. So if I pull out a 2x, I have x left, and if I pull a 2x out of this, I have a -3. Bring down this negative. This sign always comes down. Then see what's common. If you don't think anything's common, you always need to hold a 1 there. So a -1 from -x is x, and a -1 from +3 is -3. Okay? So 2 common mistakes here. One is when you see this 2x is common to both terms, you notice I only bring out a 2x. So now when you see that x minus 3 and x minus 3 are common, I'm just going to bring down an x minus 3. I don't bring down an x minus 3 squared. Okay? 2x is common to this, 2x is common to this. It's common, it comes out once. X minus 3 is common to this, x minus 3 is common to this. It's common, bring it out once. That's it. Okay? Then, in the second set of parentheses, if you've taken this common one out, this is what's left. So that's where the other mistake is. So one common mistake is putting a squared on this. The other common mistake is when you don't think there's anything common here, and you're just left with 2x. Because you would have put 2x minus, and you would say, oh, nothing's common. Well, this has to be a binomial. So something must hold this place in order to get this to be the full binomial that you need. Okay? All right, so that's just factoring. Again, you could check this in the calculator, put the original problem in the calculator, and then put your answer in the calculator, then control table and see that they are the same equivalent numbers in the table. Okay? So next one, we have 3 times -14. There was no GCF common to all of these, and a was greater than 1. Okay, so that gives me a -42. So I'm going to split the middle, 3x squared, and that would be a -6x and a -7x, and +7x, and a -14. Okay. 7 times -6 is -42, and 7 plus -6 is a +1. So common GCF is 3x, and that leaves me with x minus 2. Bring down this sign. Common GCF is 7. That leaves me with another x minus 2. Notice my x minus 2s are common. If they are not common, double check your work. You've either done something wrong or it's not factorable in this method, okay? And then the 3x plus 7 is my other binomial that's left. Okay, again, check it in the calculator. Make sure that you check everything all the time, okay? Now this one happens to be a special one. It's called a perfect square trinomial. I will show it to you as AC method, but then I'll show you the perfect square trinomial shortcut, okay? So this times this is 36 because there's no common GCF I can pull out. So I bring down 9x squared. I split the middle to two numbers that will multiply to a positive 36 and add to a negative 12. That would be negative 6x and negative 6x. I now find the common GCF, which is 3x. Leaves me with 3x minus 2. Bring down the minus. Find what's common to this, and that's a 2. Take a 2 away, I'm left with 3x minus 2. 3x minus 2, 3x minus 2 is my common GCF. It comes out once. It's now gone. My next binomial is what's left, 3x minus 2. Notice they are the same. That's why it's called a perfect square trinomial. It could be written this way. Okay? So I told you I'd show you a quick shortcut. If ever you come across a problem and the first term is a perfect square and the last term is a perfect square, write them. The perfect square to this was 3x. The perfect square to that was 2. Now, it's hard to catch on to the shortcut. If you want, you can come. I'll go over a bunch of them for you. You may not get it in this first one, okay? So negative 12x was the middle term. So remember, these are normally written twice, and in FOIL, you normally have an outer and an inner. The shortcut is take the square root of the first, take the square root of the second, and then multiply this product by 2. So what is 2 times 3x times 2? Well, it's 12x. So if 2 times this product gives you the middle term, then take the sign of the middle term and square your binomial. That is the PST shortcut. Okay? And if you need, I can do a little quick video on that. Just let me know. Okay? Last one. Anything common to all three? No. So a is greater than 1. We're going to go 10x squared and a minus 30. And we're going to need to split the middle. We have the product of negative 300, and we need a sum of 13. Okay, so if you're not sure of your products and sums, you could always do f of x on the calculator, put negative 300, and divide it by x. Then go to your table. Your table will list every single factor across, and you just need to add them. Okay? It is a positive 25x and a negative 12x. Yep, that's it. Okay? So now, find the GCF to these two. It gives me a 5x. That's a 2x plus 5. Bring down this sign. Common GCF to these are 6. 6 goes in 2x. Negative 6 into this is still the positive, and that's a 5. If you ever get, question yourself, just double check by going 5x times 2x is 10x squared, and 5x times 5 is 25. Negative 6 times 2x is negative 12x. Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. Okay, you can always check while you're going along. So the common factor is 2x plus 5, and if I take that away, I am left with the second common factor, which is 5x plus 6. Okay, again, it doesn't matter the order. This could have been first in your work, and this could have been second in your work. If you turn these around, because this order doesn't matter, that's what would happen. So double check everything in your calculators. Hopefully this was a review of something you definitely can remember from last year and the year before. Okay? All right, have a great night, and when you come in, we will work on these in class together. Thanks. Don't forget, first name, last initial, comment, and let me know if this helped or if you still need help or if there was a specific problem you didn't understand. Okay? Thanks so much. Have a good night.